Hey, what's up everyone? Cardboard.Capitan here, and today I've got a best of three matchup in Alchemy with me playing a variation of Simic cookies for the format. So let's get started. Alright, with this hand, 6 non-land, 1 land, definitely an eye keeper. So, alright, this one is a bit better. I've got good turn 1 plays, good turn 2 plays, and turn 3 play with options. I'd say Tough Cookie is the least valuable card here because I don't have any synergistic cards with it. And I have a better turn 2 play in Important Factors. Okay, and opponent mulls to 6 also, so started with a Spyglass Siren here. And opponent shows a red-black land. Could be Rakdos, could be Heist. Now, there is a risk he removes it next turn. But again, I'm not sure what the opponent's playing, so... Alright, this is telling me that he's playing some sort of Heist variation. And opponent also discards a Thieving Aven, which is good since I have a good number of flyers in this deck. And I'm curving out nicely. Let's see. Right now, I'm trying to go for damage, trying to rush the opponent down, since later on the opponent gets creatures that's really hard to answer. I believe the card's called Grenko or Grenzo. It's a 6/4 that lets the opponent heist and play the first heisting spell for free. Opponent gets a flying blocker from my deck. I've been betrayed by the Spyglass Siren, unfortunately, and also gets a Thieving Aven. So 2 big flyers. Now I want to drop that Cogwork Wrestler because that Lootmonger has first strike, and I just block with everything just because I can. And I'm gonna bounce the Thieving Aven to throw off his tempo. Okay, so good hand here. I can play Soul Cauldron and start powering up my creatures. I want to say I could have attacked with Thopterist here and used Cauldron to pump it up should opponent block. I'm keeping the blue mana open here just because I've shown into the Blood Maw, and I want to bluff that I have another one, so that may encourage or discourage the opponent from playing another one. And opponent heists once more. And explores with their Spyglass, with their map token on the Spyglass Siren. So, right now I'd say the opponent has a good mana base. Gets double red. Passes the turn. So I have good source of creatures to take from opponent's graveyard, at least for 2 turns. So yeah, opponent drew into the flood maw from my my library rather. So I'm gonna just replay it. And this is to get the +2/+2 to the Ornithopters, rather +2/+0, just so they can swing in. Now, opponent playing Graver Expectations means there's no surprises on their side when I swing in. I'm going in for damage. Alright, so if opponent doesn't have anything for next turn, then that's lethal. Probably should have played Thieving's Spyglass Iron there, just to go wide. Yeah, I think I can still go wide for lethal here, so opponent concedes. Now, I'm seeing a decent amount of removal here. Let's see. So I'm thinking about, okay, how can I be faster than my opponent? And I'm also seeing some flyers, that's why I'm putting Pick Your Poison in. I think my strategy here was just to take out early flyers and get as much damage as I could on the board, so that's why I'm putting in some behind the masks. Let's see. Okay, Agatha's Soul Cauldron, I felt was a little too slow in this matchup, so I took those out also. With these Heist decks, they don't have too many creatures. They've got about half spells, half creatures. So the Soul Cauldron isn't the best option. And opponent chooses to keep the land, or rather the card on top of their library, and doesn't surveil, so must be something good. Okay, turn 2 Tough Cookie. Okay, and opponent shoots the cookie here. Shoots the Sheriff Cookie. But fortunately misses their land drop. Now, it seems like opponent sideboarded in some more removal, so that's why I'm hesitant to play Thopterist. I can also double play the cookie and Thopterist next turn, because I'm not feeling too threatened by what the opponent has, or rather the opponent doesn't have on board so far. So opponent heists me. Okay. So here I'm playing Thopterist since the opponent went first. Okay, that definitely means the Thopterist is safe. There is no... I forget the name of that 1 mana 3 damage spell that can be played as an instant if you don't go first. So, yeah, shove aside. So I can play 2 Thopterists, but opponent removes them both. So Thopterist and Mockingbird are both gone. So right now I'm feeling a little desperate. but opponents able to catch up with their mana base. I'm pretty set on mine, and man, more creatures being removed, unfortunately. Okay. I could swing for 4, but it doesn't feel like it would do much in the overall scheme of the matchup. So I'd rather save that behind the mask as a combat trick. So right now it's just a bunch of draw and go, just trying to get threats from both parties on the board. Okay, Zoe, Glyph, big turning point. Yeah, I don't know if the opponent has no response. Oh, opponent leaves the night. Oops. Hold on. So, in short, this game, pretty much the opponent has all the answers for my deck, and I'm not able to get anything stuck to the board right now. You know, the 1 damage from the Cogwork Wrestler, it's small, but you know, it's 1 damage. It's an 18 turn clock so far. Now, stick down Forensic Gadget here because I figure, okay, if my opponent has shown me removal that would destroy it regardless of its toughness, so I figured I'd get so I'd have as much mana as I could, and that's the Grenzo I was talking about. Even if I bounce it to the opponent's hand, the opponent still gets a heisted card. So in short, with that Grenzo, it's like my opponent's drawing 2 cards a turn. And I could use Behind the Mask to trade with it, but that's going to require the opponent casting it, heisting, then opponent heists again during their upkeep and swinging in. So I think at this point the game's pretty much lost, but since there's one more round, well, one more match, one more round, I don't know the proper word, I want to see as much of the opponent's deck as I can, just to have a better strategy for what to sideboard against. Okay, so opponent Mockingbirds for 0, which I think is a bit strange, as the opponent can Mockingbird the Thopterus. Maybe the opponent messed up and wanted to play it for free, rather than pay for the Mockingbird cost. Let's see. Yeah, the navigator is not going to do anything, and I'm just getting frustrated right now, so I put Schooner in for more damage. It's probably the most damaging of the 2 drops here. And I also put more behind the masks. Poison, pick your poison didn't really do anything, so I took those out. I thought he might have had thieving avens since he showed those first round, but I guess he didn't draw them, or he took them out during sideboarding. Into the Flood Maw, I also took out just to have more power consistently on the board, just so I can race the opponent more efficiently. Because most of my powerful creatures can overpower the opponent's creatures, so I don't see any value in bouncing them rather than destroying them outright. So there's a schooner. Okay, opponent casts Phantasmal Extraction. Okay. So that was my only creature, but I decided to Zoetic Lift the schooner anyway. Makes it a little more powerful, and I also get a discover trigger when it goes to the graveyard. So shoot the sheriff and see what I get. So Tough Cookie is great here because it comes into play and I have 3 mana available to animate the food token, so I can swing in for 6 uncontested here. And I was thinking about damage here, so that's why I chose to use Behind the Mask on the Tough Cookie. So I've got 8 potential damage here. So again, I'm trying to beat the opponent down before the opponent stabilizes. Okay, there's that Thieving Aven. I didn't see it round 2, but here it is round 3. And Heist. So looking at my hand, I have my game plan for the next round. Reanimate or animate the token and hard-hitting question opponent. There you go. Opponent's at 1, so opponent needs some options. Okay, there's a blocker. I can also animate the token. I can also, well, I get a Lush Oasis, which just deals 1 damage and I win, but there you go. That's the match. So with that said, let's see. Okay, thanks for watching. Do the YouTube thing if you enjoyed the content. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. You can find me on Twitter, formerly known as X, formerly known as Twitter, under the username Cardboard.Capitan. My mox field is Cardboard.Capitan, where you can find this deck and many others. And with that said, wherever you are, have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever. I'll catch you all next time. Bye.